Hi there. Happy Saturday. Good morning, everyone, and to the other parts of the world, good afternoon and good evening, and welcome to Let's Talk Live. And I'm sorry to bother you. I know it's Saturday. You're supposed to have fun, but I would like to invite you today to watch our live broadcast. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can watch the replay anytime. And I do have a special guest, actually. He's going to share his amazing journey as a dad, as a digital business owner, and I do hope you guys get inspired with this amazing dad. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you, Brad Davidson. Hi,
Good morning,
Brad.
guys. Hi, good morning, guys. Thanks for showing up today.
Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. I know it's Saturday. All right. And how are you today, Brad?
I'm excellent. Yeah. And, Saturday is just another day for me. I enjoy doing these. I enjoy meeting other people in the business. So thanks for inviting me. And I'm happy to share and tell a bit about myself and my story in the business.
Yay. All right. So I could ask you my first question right now if you're ready.
Sure.
Cool. So my first question is actually more about your personal background. We would like to know more about who is Brad.
Sure. Okay. Well, obviously I'm Brad Davidson. I'm a single parent. I was born and raised in Saskatchewan. I've been an electrician now for 25 years. My kids are 23 and 21. So kids, they're growing up, but they're still my kids, right? And I see, Grace, you do a lot of interviews with a lot of mothers. And I kind of, like I said, I fall into that Mr. Mom category because it was a bit of a transition for me as a single parent raising the kids when they were 10 and 12, learning the mom ropes because I was kind of in the stereotypical dad role, go to work, cut the grass, fix the car. So it's fun to share my side from a man's view and from a Mr. Mom. So that's me.
Oh, yeah, and I actually would like to tell you that I've also watched a lot of your interviews, and I was so amazed because, like, for me, as you said, like, I have interviewed a lot of moms, and it's a different perspective if you have interviewed like dads like you, and also like me, I do have kids, and they're like toddlers, and you said you have like young adults, as I could say.
Yeah.
So it's my thinking is that I'll be a good parent and I'll like you can plan their future, but yours is it's a different situation because you're there already. So I want to know more about that too. So thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. So for my second question, what is the reason for you of starting up the business and how did you start and when?
Okay, well, I'll start with maybe the why. I'll start with the when and the how, maybe. I'm almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years here in March. And I started because I seen a guy on Facebook, honestly. It was a guy I could resonate with. He was a trucker, and he was telling his story about how he was missing his wife, living on the road, missing his family. And I wasn't exactly in that situation, but I could resonate with, the feelings he had and what he wanted from life when he wasn't getting that out of his job. So that's how I found the business. He introduced it to me. I came, watched the workshop. I got super excited, and here I am 2 years later. So, like I said, my why was a little different than his. My kids at that point, well, I guess that was only 2 years ago. So my son was still in high school, just graduating. And I just wasn't sure, I'd accumulated so much debt over the years being a single income household and trying to kind of do all the stuff they wanted to do with my daughter going into university. My son played a lot of high level hockey, so it was really expensive. And I didn't want to take that away from them. I had a lot of credit and I just kind of abused it. I don't want to say I abused it, but I took advantage of it. And then it caught up with me and I didn't know exactly how I was going to ever pay that all back. So I started looking online, and that was my why, was kind of the money issue. But it was also because I got a new job, and the new job that I got was probably the best job I've ever had. But then I was also scared if that job was ever taken away, I didn't want to go back to my old career path. I didn't want to go back that way. So I thought, I got to think of something. I got to do something to protect myself in the future moving forward. So that's why I looked online, and I looked quite a while before I found this business opportunity, because so many of the ones I looked at just didn't really, check the boxes I was looking for. Right. So, yeah, I was, just, I knew with that debt, I was going to have to work pretty much at least till I was 65 to have a retirement, pay off my debt, and do all those things. And I was starting to limit the stuff I could do in life. I wasn't doing some of the trips with my friends. I was starting to try and save money, and it was really restricting my enjoyment in life, honestly. And I didn't think I wanted to do that for the next 20 years. I kind of wanted to enjoy life now. And like I said, after seeing that guy, Paul, tell his story and realize, hey, I could do this in a lot shorter time. That was a big why for me. It was money, but the money gives us time, right? It gives us options, and it gives us a different outlook on the future.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that, Brad. And I do know that there's a lot of parents who could relate with that one, because, and like you said, your kids, well, the kids are growing. They have a lot of needs, and you don't want to take that away from them. And I know, like right now, for you, you deciding to join the business, and also, are you working full time as well?
I am. I'm a full-time electrician still. I got a job with it's like I said, I've told before on my page, I've told people that are coming into the business, I actually one of these people that don't hate their job. I love my job. It's just that security when you work for anybody, let alone like I work for a big corporation, and the few years I've been there, I've seen cutbacks, I've seen jobs abolished, and it kind of scared me. But like you said, having those expenses, I was fortunate. A lot of people don't have the amount of credit, because as an electrician, I did have a good wage, and the banks were obviously willing to give me lots of credit. So I was very fortunate. Some people don't have that luxury. So some people that are young parents or young families are looking to top up that income to try and help their families right then. That was my option for a while. I was working side jobs, doing electrical work for people on the side, but that was taking away, even more time when my kids were younger. So that's when I started to shy away from the side jobs and rely on my credit, knowing full well it was going to bite me one day. But I just committed to having that time with my kids and dealing with the debt later on. And that's kind of what I'm doing now, but I'm happy.
Well, hearing that, I know if your kids are watching you right now, or if they can watch this replay, I know they're so, so proud of you. Because, like me as a mom, I'm very touched. Like a dad like you would be thinking and doing that. So I do know that your kids are so proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. So for my next question, how did this business change your life?
It's actually changed it quite a bit. I'm a fairly, I don't want to say an introverted person, but I am quite shy at times. I'm quiet. It's probably held me back from certain positions and certain things in life. And meeting so many people in this community that are on the same page, like they got the same mindset, they have the same goals, and to be able to talk to people like you, this is something I probably would have never done a couple years ago. So it's definitely gave me more confidence with who I am as a person. And it's definitely helped me realize that I can do something like this. I can work online. I can build a business online. I've tried other things in the past online, and they didn't really work. And I kind of thought it was all me, but I realized that there was much more to it. Because when I got to this business, I realized the community helps so much. So I've definitely become more of a people person. I like helping people. I never realized how much I'd really enjoy helping people build businesses and, realize their dreams and have that vision of their future just being exactly what they want. So I get a lot of fulfillment from that, which is something, like I said, I never imagined as just a small town Saskatchewan boy that, grew up on a farm. I was kind of raised, you're going to have to work hard and that's how you make a living and that's what you do. And it's definitely made me more aware of of what I can have in the future and who I can be. And even my mom, I hang out with my mom a lot. I love my mom, and she's always been there for me. She's helped me, when I was a single parent. That's who I leaned on a lot, because my dad passed away when I was 23. So my dad was pretty big in my life, but he was kind of like me. He was quiet, he kind of kept to himself. My mom was more the outgoing person. So I talk to my mom every day. We hang out quite a bit, and she's commented many times the change she sees in me, how happy she is for me. And she's super happy I found the business, because she sees the joy it brings me every day. Like, I love talking to people every day and just doing this. It's been a big transformation in a lot of different ways. But that personal growth for me, it might sound kind of cliche to some people, but it's really important when you're in a mindset where you're kind of to yourself, like I am. So huge gains. Obviously, any financial gains are important, but the transformation for me personally was huge.
That's so cool. And that's so sweet of you to hang out. Like, I know you work full time, you work on your business, you need to have time for yourself and your kids. And you're still making a lot of time for your mom. That's so sweet.
Yeah, well, that was actually, go back to the why. That was another big why, because, my mom, she's retired and she's got, an okay pension, but I know she'd like to do so much more. And I would just love to be able to help her do whatever she wants to do in her retirement years. And I know we've talked about, like, me and her jumping on a train and going across Canada and doing fun stuff like that. So I'm hoping, I know this business will provide that for me and for us in the future. So it's another thing. I love to help my mom. I love to help my kids. It was more for my family in the future. I could kind of get by with what I was doing, but I felt a little bit, maybe not like I was failing as a parent or a son, but I just figured if I had to help them one day, that debt was restricting me and I wasn't going to be able to help them if they needed it. So that was another one of the big whys I didn't really talk about. So
that's so sweet. Well, thank you for sharing that, Brad. I think my hormones are kicking in. All right. And as I just want to add this on, because you have mentioned that a while ago that you have watched the webinar when you started the business, because that's all where we started. And I just want to invite everyone that we do have free live webinars every Tuesdays and Thursdays. The time is flashing on your screen. And for you to be able to watch our free live webinar, it's more like a free business workshop or a business master class. And for you to be able to watch that, all you need is to enter your name and email address on our website. So Brad's website is flashing on your screen. You can do a screenshot or you could write it down. It's braddavidson.ca. And my website is flashing on your screen too. It's gracebilly.com. So you guys could enter your name and email anytime. You could simply message me or Brad, and we can send you a replay link if you don't have time on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Like, some people do have full-time jobs, so they could watch it, the replay, or on the weekends so they can watch it. So just want to add on that one too.
yes.
Right. Okay, so my next question for you, Brad, is I'm guessing I know what these are, but I just want to hear it from you. So, what are your top 3 favorites about the business?
Well, we always talk about the money and the time freedom. So obviously that's something huge for everybody. So I'll skip over those and I'll do another 3 maybe that pop out right away. And for me, it was, like you said, working full time. I can do this business. I can run this business any time of day and night. Anytime I want to work on it, I can. I can do it from work on a coffee break in a few minutes. I can message people. I can check my posts. I can check if anyone needs help real quick. I like the flexibility because, my mom did she tried lots of stuff in the past too with selling different products, and she was doing trade shows and hosting parties. And I just knew there was no way I could do that. And I really didn't want to sell. I didn't want to try and sell people on stuff. So I like the flexibility of how we work online and why we do it the way we do it. So working full time, it's a lot of work, obviously, when you try and get home and do a business, but the flexibility of doing this from anywhere at any time is something that was a big check mark for me when I was looking at it. And I would say The second one would have to be, again, the integrity of the community that we work with. Like the people that I interact with every day, they're genuine people like you and I that are just average people that want more from life. And, maybe you're not going to resonate or connect with everybody, but there's so many people and such a diverse group in this community worldwide that you can always find someone that you can click with, that you can relate with, and that you can communicate with daily, whether you work on the business together or you just share ideas. Obviously we talked about the webinar, and you're introduced to people on the webinar, again, from different countries, different time zones, different experience levels in the business. So it really shows you that this opportunity is available for anybody that wants a little bit more from life. And I think that integrity, because I haven't experienced that. When like I said, I've looked at other stuff online, and a lot of times they just send you a couple of things worth of training, and you're supposed to try and work through it on your own. If you have trouble, it's tough without that community support. So for me, the community is huge. You're going to hear that if you've watched any of Grace interviews before or mine. Most people are going to really come back to that community support and the integrity of the people in it. The people are so genuine and so caring in here that, again, that's why I'm happy every day to come on and interact with my friends on here. Not business partners, friends. Like a lot of these people are like family to me. I took a trip this summer into Alberta and BC to meet over 20 other business owners, and many of them I just stayed at their homes with them for a night or two. True friendships. It's really amazing. And until you get in and you really see it, it's hard to imagine sometimes that you could be that close with people you've never met in that short amount of time. But so that was huge for me. And that was kind of part of my number 3. It's those friendships. I wasn't looking for friendships when I worked online. I was looking for money. I was looking for income. And when I found all these people that wanted the same thing as I did, and again, are willing to share how it worked for them, or maybe willing to share what didn't work for them, so I didn't, waste my time or waste my money trying things that maybe weren't going to work. I thought that was amazing because, like I said, so many times I wouldn't say I was burned. I just was kind of left with these other programs kind of high and dry. So the friendships for me are huge. I've got way more friends than I could ever imagine, especially being a bit of an introvert. Like I said, I was. I've only got a few friends here in Saskatchewan that I would really call friends. And I've gained so many true friends here online that it's really heartwarming to know the people out there like that aren't just in it for the money. They're in it to help each other and to grow a strong community that's here for the long term.
All right. Well, honestly, Brad, I can listen to you all day.
I sometimes talk a lot, so that happens.
Yeah, but what you're saying, like, there's a lot of meaning on what you're saying. That's why I'm like, okay. It's like, yeah, I can listen to you all day. So, well, it's Saturday. Thank you. Okay. Before I go on to my last question, I just want to do some shout outs. So to Faye, who's watching, I know it's Saturday, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay.
To Rula, who's watching, Mommy, thank you so much for watching.
Hi.
Happy Saturday. And to Rumba, who's watching from Dubai, hello. Thank you so much for watching. And to Michelle, to Sis Michelle, who's watching from Texas. Thank you so much, Sis. All right. And to Carlisle, who's watching, thank you so much for watching, guys. Cool. All right. So for my last question, I know everybody's waiting for this because you have a lot of experience as a parent, as a dad, as a person, as a son. So is there anything else you want to share to our viewers or any advice you want to give them?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, anyone that's maybe not checked out the workshop, that's been following Grace or I, that's on our pages, that's, wondering and interested. And I understand a lot of people have that skepticism when they think about doing anything online because you hear the horror stories. And we're here to tell you that we're different. that's why we offer the free workshop, the free information. We're not trying to sell you anything. We want to offer that to you and show you that we're here to help you and guide you if you decide you want to do this, because that is the strength of our community, is that mentorship that comes for life if you need it, as long as you want it. Everyone here is more than happy and willing to help everybody, because that's how we got here. We had coaches and mentors that helped guide us until we could run our businesses. And you don't have to be scared. All you got to do is check out that free workshop. Like when I checked it out, I was like, this is interesting. This is definitely something that I want to know more about. So I took the next step, and the more I dove in, the deeper I got, the more excited I got. Everything just seemed to me, the numbers worked, the genuine people I was listening to and meeting made me feel safe, made me feel secure. And like I said, I wouldn't be here 2 years later if it didn't work, if I thought it was bad. So, shed that skepticism. If you want more from life, you have to take some action. And the best way to do that is no risk. Come take a look and see if this might fit your lifestyle. See if it might be something that really, it's changing lives every day. And you're missing out if you don't at least take a look. So as a single parent, I knew I was a little bit desperate, but I wasn't going to take a chance. And we're not asking anybody to take a chance. That's what we want you to do. Come take a look, check it out, do your due diligence, and see if it might be a fit, and then move forward. And Grace will always be there to answer your questions, as I would be as a mentor. So other than that, you guys, thanks for coming on a Saturday. Like Grace said, most people aren't doing a whole lot these days, but it's a little bit early for some. Depends where you're coming from. I know we had a Zoom last night with some of my friends in the business. And again, it's hard. We had West Coast, East Coast. We had people that were having a nap and they got up late because they wanted to be part of the Zoom. And that's, again, how we do it. We embrace everybody. We try and alter things to work so that everyone has a equal opportunity for success. So other than that, thanks for listening to my story. And I hope I maybe can inspire some people to take that next step.
Yeah. Well, I do know you have inspired a lot of, well, not only parents, but dad as well, because like what I've said, I could listen to you all day. So what more if it's like a dad or other parents out there. So, well, thank you so much, Brad, for taking the time today. I know you're supposed to be enjoying more time with your kids, with your mom, but thank you so much. It's really a pleasure hearing all that story. It's so amazing. And I know that your family, your kids, your wife, and even your mom and dad is so proud of you. So
yeah. Thank you. And again, thank you for inviting me, because I love showing people on my page and your page the diversity of our group, right? Like I can deal with a lot of guys. Sometimes guys attract guys, women attract women. I love being able to do this and again, show the diversity of our community.
Yay, that's amazing. And hearing that from a dad or from a guy, it's heartwarming. So thank you so much, Brad.
Thanks, Grace.
All right, so everybody, thank you so much for watching today, and I do hope we could read your messages, and you can send us a message, me or Brad, anytime. We'll be on our phone or on our computer all day. So, well, thank you so much, and happy Saturday, guys.
Happy Saturday.